Hello everybody, it's Chris the Spyder Minimalist. We are on Lake Road heading along Lake Ontario, which is just to our left. I can see it right now. You can't with the GoPro camera, but we're going to get close enough so that you will see it. It's just beyond these houses here. And the beauty of making this ride before the leaves fully bloom, they're starting to bloom, but before they're fully bloomed, is there are plenty of places you can see Lake Ontario today that you probably won't be able to see it in another week when those leaves are full of green. I'm sorry, those trees are full of green leaves. I don't have a lot to say today. I just wanted to go for a ride. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a little cool. It's 54 degrees right now in mid-April. It's probably a little warmer than that when we get away from Lake Ontario, but because we're right here on the lake, it gets a little cooler. But there's no real topic for this video other than this is a cool ride, because we're going to go through Wilson, which is a cool little harbor town, and our destination is Olcott, O-L-C-O-T-T, and Olcott is a really cute little harbor town. It's a bustling little place to visit in the summer. In mid-April, it's going to be dead as can be. I would imagine. I know they're doing some work on the waterfront in Olcott, the harbor. They got some federal or state funding to do some major rehab work to their harbor. So that might be the most exciting thing going on in Olcott today. But it's always a great day to get out and ride the Spyder. I'm just loving this thing. I'm well past the 1,000 mile mark now, and just happy as a clam. I'm going to clam up and let you listen to some nice music and see some beautiful scenery. Now going over this bridge, there are some cool views both left and right here, so I'm going to really slow down. Someone's coming behind me, but I'm still going to slow down. That's a little community called Roosevelt Beach. This is a neat little state park. We'll visit there someday, I'm sure. And now we're coming into Wilson, New York. It's a little harbor town right on Lake Ontario in far northern Niagara County. That's the Wilson Business District down there. We'll go down there someday. There's some neat little restaurants down there, but for now we're staying along the waterfront. We're going to go for a quick diversion here. There's a neat little restaurant at the end of this road in this little harbor area. This is a little park that we're going through, and I believe it's like a Rotary Club type park. In fact, Lions Club. Lions, Rotary, Kiwanis, they all do great work. So there's some really neat houses along here. And there's one really historic chalet type house that I absolutely love, and it's dead ahead in front of us right here. Dead ahead. I just love this. I don't know what this is. I don't know if someone lives there or what, but I absolutely love it. And it's got the best views in the summer you could imagine. There's a harbor right here. And I don't know how well you can see with the GoPro, but we're gonna get a little closer here. So up ahead is a restaurant called the Sunset Grill, and it's a great restaurant, and it sits right on this Wilson Harbor, and behind them are boats of all kinds and little lakefront cottages, and I'm going to try to give you a view of that, but I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. We're going to try though. Oh yeah, we are, because I'm going to get right up here. So I hope the GoPro you can see these are a series of beach cottages right on the Wilson waterfront. You can see there are garages and shelters for boats and little docks and staircases that go up to the houses. I hope that you can see that. I'm betting that you can, otherwise I'd pull out my iPhone and do some video with the iPhone. Oh, I just see a bird that just caught something, a little heron of some sort caught something in the water. And this is like a safe harbor, if you will, and you can get out to Lake Ontario, which is straight out that way. If you can't see it, I can see it. Again, the human eye is just amazing what it can see. So the boat industry is obviously a big deal along Lake Ontario, as you would expect. Okay, so we're going to head back to Lake Road and head back towards Olcott. I think we're about 5-10 minutes out from Olcott. Just imagine living in that house. That is awesome. I love that stone fireplace. The wooded yard. It's small, but cozy. I say small, I live in a 730 square foot home, so it's probably much bigger than my house, but small compared to a lot of houses. Now, for someone who loves ice cream and goes to ice cream shops all over Western New York often, this is one of my favorites, one of my many favorites, Brownies. It's bustling in the summer, but it looks like they're doing a good business on a 57-degree April day. So we could, you know what, we're gonna do it. I should not do this. This is not the safest thing in the world, but we're gonna come down here. This is probably a better place to take you to check out Wilson than the last place we were at. So the Wilson Boathouse is another neat restaurant right there on the harbor, but I know you can see Lake Ontario right in front of us. I know you can see it. So imagine how cool it would be to live on one of these houses. And I can see Toronto, we're looking right at it. The human eye can see it, I know the GoPro can't, and I know I say that to you a lot, but I just want you to understand, I guess, perspective, geographic perspective in terms of where we are. It's like a water treatment facility or something here. So I'm going to just put the parking brake on and give you some greater perspective. So I'm not going to go down the stairs here, but this is a neat little parklet, and you can see this is the entryway to the harbor. That's Lake Ontario. I am pointing right now, I can see it through the trees, Toronto. So that's Toronto, and oh, all these bugs all over the place. A little placard kind of explaining Wilson's importance here. I'd love to live on any of these houses. And, I'm sorry, I'd love to live in any of those houses, not on them. Okay, back to the Spyder and back on our route to Olcott. It's a neat little house. The road is ours. On to Olcott. Okay, now we're going to get a good view of Lake Ontario. Oh yeah, look at that. Cormorant flying low to the water. So look at this guy. He's got a beautiful wooden deck right there jutting out on Lake Ontario. Not bad, huh? Not bad. That's a neat little cottage. Now, to put things into perspective in terms of that ice cream place and the business they were doing and the fact that there's no one on the road, this is a Monday. It's about 2:30ish, almost, well, it's almost 3 o'clock on a Monday afternoon. It's not that this is heavily trafficked, heavily trafficked roadway, but on a weekend in the summer, that we'd probably see more people at that ice cream shop, more people on the road. But I'm surprised that there were as many people as there were there, considering that it's an early Monday afternoon in mid-April and the temperature's in the 50s. So actually, I guess they're doing a good business. Olcott is right up ahead here. We must be just a minute or two out. The town of Newfane. So I believe Olcott is a village within the town of Newfane. This is a neat barn. And again, Lake Ontario, it's a little further out now from where we are, from where the road goes, but it's there. It's just beyond those houses. Visible to the naked eye. Okay, we are in Olcott. And I can tell by the water tower. So I'm going to go over this bridge kind of slow, and I'm going to stand up as we... So there you can hopefully see the lake and see the little harbor there. I think this is 18 Mile Creek that pours into Lake Ontario from this point. So we're going to go this way in a moment, but before we do, that's the little town that we want to see. But before we do, I want you to see this. They've got a cool little visitor center. It's not staffed. Even in the summer, I think it's just a deal that you walk into this thing and there's, you know, brochures for all different local tourism spots. And of course, there's the obligatory Dollar General that is seemingly everywhere now. But isn't that a neat visitor center? An old caboose? For a guy who likes trains, I think that's the coolest thing. Okay, so on to Olcott. It is a small, tiny little village. A couple of neat eateries. Some of the businesses down here are only open in the summer, as you would expect, because it's such a summer place. But in the summer, come here on a summer afternoon, these parking spots are all jammed. There's also a neat little park, a little, it's like a carousel, a little amusement park for little kids. In fact, I'm going to go up this road. I think that's a Civil War monument there, just so you can see this little park. What do they call this thing? The Olcott Beach Carousel Park. That's what it's called. Of course, it's closed now, but in the summer, they're just little rides and whatnot. There's the carousel back there. And then this park is a county park, Crow Park. And in the summer, it's a great place to be because you're right there on Lake Ontario. We're going to come back this way, but I'm going to go back to the main drag and then come around. Yeah, it's a Civil War monument. Gettysburg, Appomattox, Spotsylvania, Wilderness. It's a cool monument. Okay. This is cool. This is called Lakeview Shops, Lakeview Village Shops. And in the summer, I'm sure it's closed for the rest of the year, but in the summer, it's one of those places where you can, like, touristy type stuff, ice cream and whatnot. It's cute, huh? And this deck overlooks Lake Ontario. Pretty neat. Imagine living here. Not bad. Although, on a summer night, when there's music and raucous crowds and whatnot, there's the back of the carousel there. I don't know how cool it would be how cool it would be at that point. So what I'm going to do right now is end this video here, because I can use my trusty cup holder here for a little drink. I'm going to end this video here just by saying thank you so much for coming along. We're leaving this, ending this video at beautiful Lake Ontario and beautiful Olcott. I am once again looking directly at Toronto, the Toronto skyline, and you have a great day. Thanks again for coming along. Bye-bye.